Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. Today we're taking a look at a new watch from Watchdives. It is the SN0005. You can see here I've got the blue dial version. I'm going to call it the blue Brulee because of that beautiful textured dial. Now you can pick this bad boy up from AliExpress for around about $247, not including tax. So pretty aggressive price point. Now this watch is regarded as a GADA, so a go anywhere, do anything watch. So it fits all types of applications. There are other brands. San Martin have got one for around about 500 Australian dollars, and my good friend Jody and Steve over at Erebus have also released a more grand Seiko-like GADA watch, which comes in a massive amount of colorways, but certainly if you are interested, go and check their website out because very, very nice watches. Going back to the Watchdives though, this watch, the dial is just exceptional, guys. I'm going to put some macro footage up in a little while, but it really, really is a very, very nice watch. And certainly if you just want one watch and you want it to be, I suppose, applicable to most situations, then certainly check this out. If for whatever reason you aren't a fan of the blue dial version, then please don't despair. You can get other variations, including date options as well. So you do have a nice red dial version, and you also have a beautiful emerald green if that is your preferred sort of colorway. So what does a GADA watch actually look like in terms of dimensions? Well, you've got a fairly modest 39mm case, which is going to fit most wrist sizes very well. You've got 45.5 mils from top to bottom lug, and you have a 20mm lug width. In terms of the case thickness, you're looking at 12.5 mils, and you do have a slightly domed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. Here it is on my wrist, which is 6.75 inches there or thereabouts, and I think it's one of those sort of sizes where it's not too small, it's not too large. It's just a really nice classic size, if that makes sense, but certainly very, very nice on the wrist, very comfortable, and the bracelet, even though it is very similar to the regular Watchdives bracelet, is quite comfortable. You can see there you do have a signed crown, and you have some exceptional finishing on this case. Now, rumour has it, it has been produced by the guys at San Martin in conjunction with Watchdives, and I think there you can see that amazing finish. Now, it's not Zaratsu polishing on the sides, but it certainly is a level of finishing well in excess of what you're going to find in any other brand at $250 Australian, there or thereabouts. You can see there, just absolutely beautiful. Now, you do have a slightly raised sapphire crystal, as mentioned previously, nice brushing, and the bracelet is the pin link adjustment system, but like I say, there are going to be some sacrifices made to be able to reach the price point that Watchdives have achieved with this watch. So just for a moment, let's stop perving on that beautiful dial and look at the bracelet, because it is slightly different to a regular Watchdives bracelet. You can see there you do have quite tight tolerances. There's not much flex. And one thing I have to say is the fitment between the case and that bracelet is absolutely exceptional. I think it's really well executed. There's not much gap in there at all. You do have 5 points of adjustment on that bracelet, so if you do find yourself between links, then you can adjust it to fit your particular size. And you do have the new Watchdives style logo on that clasp, which is very nice, albeit the same type of clasp as on the old models. One thing that you will find that is slightly different on this watch is the addition of quick release pins for the bracelet. You can see them here on both sides. You just pinch them in and the bracelet will pop off. So if you want to put it on a strap or do something different with your watch and make it have a bit of a different view, then you can certainly do that. So very, very welcome change and upgrade from the Watchdives guys, so thank you very much. Now back to that dial, because that is the star of the show. Now I call it a Brulee dial because it reminds me of a creme brulee. What a fat little pig. Anyway, putting that aside, it is really well executed. You do see there you have got slightly raised printing on the dial, and it looks like it's actually part of the dial manufacturing process, if that makes sense. The indices and hands are very, very well executed, and you have BGW9 lume on them, and I'll show you some lume shots. Here we've given the watch a bit of a blast with the UV torch for a couple of seconds. As you can see, with it being BGW9, it sets off with this lightsaber-like glow to it, so very strong lume on the watch. Again, it's not a dive watch, so you are going to find a thinner application of BGW9 on this watch, but I can guarantee that the low light legibility is absolutely spot on. You wake up at 3 AM, you're going to be able to see this watch and be able to read the time. The second hand you can see there isn't lumed, but like I say, for telling the time, absolutely no issues whatsoever. One last thing to mention is the watch is an automatic, so it does contain the Seiko NH35 movement. Now, if you do go with the no-date version, just be aware you will have a ghost date function, but it's a low-beat movement. It's going to last you for quite some time before needing to be serviced, and ultimately, if that movement does shit itself, then a watchmaker can replace it very easily and without too much expense. So guys, that leaves me, I suppose, to pick up my conclusions on the SN0005. Well, I think the dial is obviously the star of the show. A close second is that new style bracelet with the quick release mechanism. But overall, you're getting a really good quality watch for a reasonable price point. As I said before, around about 240 Australian, so about 160 US, something like that, depending on the exchange rate. But the dial is certainly something that you just sit and look at. I find it extremely captivating, and I think this is going to be one of the watches that they're going to struggle to keep in stock. But another great release from Watchdives. So, with that being said, guys, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this watch. Do you think it's another hit from Watchdives? What do you think they could improve? Because they do watch this video and they do look at the comments, guys. So, with that being said, I will see you in a new video very soon. But other than that, thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. Cheers.